I'm on my lunch break, and I gotta smoke a doobie, cause just getting on my nerve at work today. I'm on my lunch break. Anyway. So I just the phone and don't get it out my face, ain't got the time. I'm on my lunch break, I don't know them, they just forced me to be here. I hope they go to a place where they have vegan options. I do this, right? You know how in the movies they be having a joint? That's how you know where to, you know what I'm saying, start your, so you can. But anyway. What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Real Steeze Web Show. I'm your host, Dante, and this is episode 5, man. You already know how we do. You already know what we get into. Hold on, let me get down to earth with niggas real quick. But yeah, real quick, we gonna jump straight into it. It's been a long month. Happy New Year, happy holidays, all that. You know what I mean? It's 2019. We 1 month in, pretty much, and we gonna jump straight into it because there's been a lot going on. Now, I told y'all last episode, certain topics is like, do I really need to waste my breath giving y'all the real steez on that? Like, do I really have to discuss this? So for topics like that, I got these things called 2-minute drills. So we gonna kick this 2-minute drill off with R. Kelly. All right, we're gonna get that out the way. We're gonna put 2 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna run this joint. So we all know the documentary dropped, The Surviving R. Kelly, and when it dropped, society's opinions had split up into 3 different directions. You know, some of us blame R. Kelly for it, some of us blame the parents, and some of us even blame the little girls. Now, I'm totally down for blaming the parents, okay? Because if you know me, you know Mom Dukes wouldn't let me do a damn thing without knowing every single detail. And then sometimes I give her all the details, right? And she still shut it down. Like, no, I'm not with none of that. Definitely a great deal of it falls on the parents, you know? What I will say is when I was away at college, I could have easily snuck off to a whole nother country. And Robbie and Hercules wouldn't have known nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? For at least a couple weeks. You know, so that's possible. I will throw that out there, especially if I'm a good liar. You know, let's not act like we ain't told our parents that we was over here doing this when we was really over there doing that. Okay, but the one thing that is indisputable to me here, the one unanimous factor in this is that it doesn't matter how shitty of a parent you are or how misguided of an adolescent you are. If I'm a grown-ass man with integrity and morals, if I'm aware of how vulnerable this child is and how misguided she is, if I'm a grown-ass man, I'm not gonna... If I'm a grown-ass man, I'm gonna say, nah, your parents are bullshitting, you wildin' cause you with the shits, but I am not about to have sex with an underage girl. I'm not about to do that. This is not about to happen. Not with me. You got the wrong one. But R. Kelly didn't have that type of integrity. R. Kelly was the right one. R. Kelly was absolutely, he used his stardom to manipulate the fact that these girls had been misguided and were promiscuous adolescents. He took advantage of that and had sex with them and did a whole bunch of other stuff. But, you know, so that's that. That's my opinion. That's the real steez on all that. It's the parents, it's the girls a little bit, but none of that, nothing happens without R. Kelly not being a man of integrity. Period. Moving on. I should do a 2-minute drill on Soulja Boy because this is wild too. But his situation a little bit more complex. I'm gonna need a little bit more time. Now, he's had a very interesting January. He's had a very interesting beginning of the month. He's wilding in his interviews, you know what I'm saying, creating a lot of publicity nonetheless. Good publicity, bad publicity, embarrassing himself, pushing the culture back. Whatever you know, all publicity is publicity at the end of the day. But I do have 2 things that I want to address about Gucci bandana, Big Draco. What they was saying, niggas was calling him Gucci sock. Niggas said he had the Gucci sock bandana. But yeah, I have 2 things that I want to address. Because one thing that we take serious here, one thing that we're adamant about here on the Real Steeze Web Show is supporting black businesses. My mouth dry. Make sure your water is of the correct pH level. We drinking that Deer Park, shit like that. Deer Park, Dasani, that ain't it. That ain't it, alright? Check the pH levels. Shouldn't be no ingredients in your water other than electrolytes for taste. But anyway, yeah. So one thing we're real serious about here on the Real Steeze Web Show is supporting black businesses. And the reason that we support black businesses is because ultimately, ideally, when we financially support these black businesses, they financially give back to our community. The money goes back into the black community, and we create a cycle of cultural and generational wealth. My whole thing is, don't use supporting black businesses as this gimmick or this front as a means to promote your get-rich-quick scheme. Like, there are real black entrepreneurs out here working hard every day, creating something new and innovative for the culture. But that's not what Soulja Boy is doing. He's been making it seem like he's been creating these innovative projects and such, when in all actuality, he's just been reselling other people's shit. And the other people, 8 times out of 10, ain't black. So the money that you've been spending with him is going to him, who ain't doing shit for the culture, and it's going to some more white people. So it's not coming back into the hood. So my whole thing is, don't do that. Don't try to be like, oh, y'all ain't trying to support black businesses. Like, no, bro, don't do that. Don't do that, because you want some fuck shit. You ain't even really creating nothing innovative for the culture. You just reselling other people's shit and slapping the word soldier on it. And that's not the black business. That's a black get rich quick scam finesse thingy. Like, and I ain't even a real gamer for real. So what I did was I found the real gamer who gonna give us the real Steeze on this joint. I'm gonna just play my little clip in here, you know.
SouljaWatch.com, and they're all just blatant ripoffs. They're items that are being sold elsewhere that he bought, and then just fucking is reselling them, saying that he created them. It's his console. He's just slapping his name on cheap products. Like, he just takes other shit and then just resells it. That's all these are. They're just like cheap knockoffs that he's putting a brand, that he's saying that it's his. But from what I can see from the website, it doesn't look like there's any Soulja Boy brand being placed on any of the products. No logos or even repackaging from what it looks like. So it's probably safe to say that all the items on his website are just resold products from cheap manufacturers. But we've got all kinds of stuff here. We got Soulja Phone HT70, which is basically just the HT70. Soulja headphones, Soulja game console, Soulja game handheld, Soulja pod, Soulja watch, all at a ridiculously low price. But I was particularly interested in these consoles right here. I know that's a ripoff, but I just want to see it for myself, how much of a ripoff this can possibly be. The Soulja game handheld, it's a steal, guys. It's gotta be a steal, come on now. Touchscreen, no. All right, package, yes, thank you for thank you for packaging the game. I appreciate it. I'm glad that it comes in a box. Real type for Switch, 3DS, Vita, Neo Geo, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance handheld game players with 3,000 built-in games. 3,000 built, dude, that's crazy. Dude, 3,000 games, what is that's like, it's like Pong. 3,000 levels of Pong. Can you imagine playing that? This is the exact same thing. Not only is it the exact same thing, it's the exact same photos. Built in, 3,000 games, download support. 3,000 games, download support. It's the same photos. It's nuts that people are actually falling for this. It's from a different company that he's reselling it and rebranding it, saying that it's his own thing, that he made it himself, but he didn't.
That's my whole thing. Don't be fake out here for the culture. If you know what I'm saying, if you're not really for the culture. And I know you're not, I know Soulja Boy not really for the culture because of this other clip that came out this weekend. This girl, I guess she's some type of rap artist or something. It's this white girl named like Yes Jules or Yes Jewels or some shit like that. So it's this clip, Soulja Boy and this white girl Jewels is in the booth. They on this radio show and she rapping off her phone. She rapping some lyrics and shit. But the lyrics are literally dissing black people. she's going on black girls and she's going on black culture, and Soulja Boy sitting there next to her talking about woo, like she's spitting that heat rock. Like I'ma play the clip and
They never let me in. Miami like Cali, all I do is win. Crept through the industry curtain. My feelings are hurting. These artists are starving. Gatekeepers stay bloated. They walking around gloated. Their children are loaded. Small royalties aboard the chains. That us run floated. Never wanted a range or needed nice things.
Yeah.
Just want to see all my mains growing.
Yeah.
Never been one for the fame. Just keep my head down and stay never not working.
Yeah.
Because my ass is fat and my skin ain't black. I'm the vulture that you're hurting. Yet they never do nothing. They never give back. They keep killing blacks. Not realize.
like, who the fuck is they? She keeps saying they. She like, cause my ass ain't fat and my skin ain't black, I'm the vulture. But they hunting, yet they never do nothing. They never give back. They keep killing blacks. And then they cut the video off. It was like, who are they? Who are you referring to? White lady? Like, what do you, and it's just, you know, I can go on and on about yes, Jewels. I'm not going, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm mad at is Soulja Boy. I'm mad at the black man who was in the booth with the white girl. And she said they never give back. They keep killing blacks. And he was like, woo! Like she said some fire ass, like, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? Whatever you doing, it's not for the culture. It's pushing the culture that way, bro. We trying to, you know what I mean? What is you, no. Don't get carried away. Don't get caught up in this hype. Like, he's pushing the culture backwards. People will pay you to get up on a platform and push the culture backwards, man. It's not helping us. It's making us look really bad. I didn't like that. That grinded my gear really bad. Another subject I wanted to speak on. I was on my lunch break. My lunch break, and I was going through security at this building, and I overheard the security guards having a conversation. I was being nosy. They were all black, and the security guard was like, yeah, you know, Black History Month coming up. My kids come home from school, I'd be like, what y'all learn today? What y'all learn in Black history? And they'd be like, we learned about Martin Luther King, MLK. And I'm like, oh man, you know, like that's, you know what I mean? So I waited till I got through the metal detectors and everything was all good. But then I turned around and I jumped right in the conversation and I was like, yeah, man, that's why we can't leave it up to the schools. That's why we gotta make sure that we teaching black culture within our own households. Like, no funny, there's no reason you should be upset about your kids' lack of knowledge on black history and black culture if you yourself are black. If you leaving it all up to the school to teach your children, specifically socially about cultural and historic things, you're like, you are the ultimate teacher, the ultimate guider and provider of resource and information to that child and that household. So like, you know, it's irresponsible to assume that your kid is getting the real Steeze at school. You know, they're getting the cool little regular Steeze at school. They're getting the basic history, math, whatever at school. But it's irresponsible and ignorant to assume that a school is giving your kids the real Steeze. Like, not MLK and Malcolm X, but like Nat Turner and Huey P. Newton and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't leave it up to the schools. That's why we ourselves have to be educated before we bring a child into this world. So that we ourselves can call them into the kitchen one day on the afternoon and crack a book open on them and blow their mind. Like, I know they're not teaching you this in school. I know you ain't heard about what Marcus Garvey was getting into. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna school you, because I'm your dad. Only you can give your kids the real Steeze, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you yourself ain't all the way up on your black culture, I got just what you need. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the Real Steeze Web Show on YouTube. Go all the way back to season 1, episode 1. You know what I'm saying? Click play, have your youngin' sit down and lock in. By the time you get to this episode that I'm recording right now, y'all gonna be lit. Y'all gonna know so much. And you're gonna learn so much. Because, you know, this the stuff you can't get in school. This the stuff they not gonna tell you on TV or on the news or on Fox 5. This the stuff, you know what I mean? Like, we all we got. We got to share the game. We got to share the culture. We got to share the history, because society not going to do it. The outside world not going to do it. It's on us. It starts with us. It starts in the house. Everything starts in the house. All right? I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear nobody blaming the school for the fact that their kids ain't up on black history and culture. Okay? What's up with you, black man, black woman? What you doing in that household? It's not on there. Now, moving on, I wanted to, it was this rapper. He was famous for something. It wasn't his music, though. He went viral for something, and it wasn't his music. But it's this clip. The clip went viral on his I think the Shade Room posted him or something like that. And he got his 3 daughters sitting on the bed. One of them is like a little tiny infant, and he got guns in all of their hands. And this is his logic for putting the guns in his girl's hand. This is what he thinks he's doing.
Is what?
It's real slow.
Pressure, huh, Stank? It's pressure.
It's pressure.
Yes, I let them know what you. And look, you know, the Third Amendment is we got the right to bear arms. The Second Amendment, whatever the fuck amendment, we got the right to bear arms. You hear me? You know, I'm gonna teach my babies to. They got the motherfucking right to know they got the right to bear arms. And any nigga disrespect them, do anything. It's smoke. You hear me?
Just stupid. Talking about the Second Amendment. He don't even know which amendment he trying to teach them. So his comment section been in shambles ever since he posted that. Like, I guess it's even like genuine supporters just under there like, bro, I don't know what you're doing, but this ain't it. This not it at all. So then he just keep making subsequent posts, like trying to hold on to, trying to defend what he's doing. Like he really believes that he's teaching his kids about the Second Amendment. That look, this is more reasoning from him on why he's doing what he did.
Teaching my kids the amendments. I'm doing something wrong by informing my children. Like, I be feeling like y'all want me to lose or something. Like, you the fuck niggas in their feelings for, cause I'm teaching my kids the fucking Second Amendment. You hear me? We have the right to bear arms. You hear me? It's guns up on you pussy nigga. You hear me? And my kids are fully aware of that. You hear me?
Your kids are already set up to fail anyway.
Right. They're trying to sit, right. They're already set up for us to fail. But guess what? I ain't gonna let that happen, because I ain't failed in life, and I quit school, you hear me? Nigga still young and successful. So I'm gonna give my children that knowledge I have, you hear me? And make sure they are ahead of the game. You see what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to criticize me, because I'm helping my children. A lot of you niggas and everybody in them, a lot of people in them comments, y'all really want to see me down, you hear me? Y'all
just stupid. He talking about, yeah, I dropped out of school, and then his next sentence was, so I'm gonna give the knowledge that I got to them. You ain't even got it. You ain't even got it to pass it on. Like, what are you doing? So I really just shared that with y'all because I need y'all to help me pray for his kids. Okay? His kids need a whole lot of prayer, and it ain't just my prayer alone ain't gonna do it. So I'm sharing this with the whole Steeze community because we all need to pray for his daughters, because he gonna ruin them. He gonna set their ass up for failure. Okay? We need to do whatever we need to get involved. Alright? So, moving on. My man Adrian Broner definitely lost that Pacquiao fight. Simple as that. He threw 100 less punches than Pacquiao did. Like, he was bobbing and weaving like a motherfucker, but he was scared to let that thing go. He wasn't really trying to throw nothing. And and Pac was throwing everything. So it was just like Pac won by default because he was throwing everything. And then it was like, and I really was like rooting for him because he could have turned legend overnight. You beat Pac, you that nigga, because Pac is a legend, but he let us down. But my whole thing about it, what I really liked about it was the post-fight interview.
What did you think about the fight?
I beat him. Everybody out there know I beat him. I controlled the fight. He was missing. I hit him clean more time. I beat him.
You averaged 8 punches. Less than 8 punches was the most punches that you had in the round, and it seemed as though you couldn't get...
It already sounded like you was against me. So I already got frustrated with you. But let me talk something. Let me let y'all know. I want to thank the whole hood that came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy. Y'all know I beat that boy. What they trying to do is try to get that money again. We packing y'all and Floyd, but it's cool. I ain't worrying about it. I'm still that nigga, man. I'm on top. Cincinnati, stand up. West side. 2-5.
You know, I definitely would have lost my money had I actually bet though. But moving on, I wanted to talk about living by the gun and dying by the gun. When you're in the streets, doing street shit, involving yourself in street activities, the first piece of advice that you get from an OG is that this shit is going to lead you to two places: death or in jail. That's undisputed. That's an undefeated fact about being a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Doing that street shit. It's like when one of our friends, okay, this is my disclaimer, because I can be insensitive sometimes. I can be aggressive with my opinion. And I want to really be careful like how I speak on this topic, because I don't want to, you know, offend anyone or any type of, you know what I'm saying? It's just, this is just a general observation. When one of my friends dies by the gun, our immediate reaction, our immediate energy about it is, oh, we got to put the guns down. We've got to stop this street shit. This gangster shit, not cool. We got to put the guns down. And my question is, where is that urgency? Where is that same immediacy? Where is that same energy when we know that one of our friends is living by the gun and is headed for either death or jail? Why does it take for them to reach the actual destination for that urgency to come out of us, to tell them we gotta get off of this shit? Put the gun down. This shit ain't it. This is gonna kill you or take away half your life from you. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I guess the bottom line is, we can prevent more of our friends from dying by the gun if we tell them to put the gun down while they're living by the gun. You know what I mean? Now that's the educated collegiate Steeze. The real nigga in me knows that it's not always that easy of a choice. I understand that sometimes you in too deep. You waist deep when you gotta keep that shit on you, because that's why we gotta reach the youth before they get waist deep. Some people is waist deep, and some people, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. Everybody ain't gonna make it. But it's a lot of people we can prevent from even getting that deep into it. You know? That's by telling them that this shit ain't it. It's by keeping that same energy that we immediately take on when someone dies by the gun, and keeping that same energy when we know that they're living by the gun. Yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Cause I ain't trying to end the show on such a heavy note like that. That's deep. That's real deep. Cause by the time this joint drop, it's gonna be like early February. You know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna be like, you know, all Valentine going on. You know what I'm saying? All right, I got a poem. I got a poem for Valentine's Day. I just want to share my poem with y'all. I just want to speak my truth. You know? And I'm gonna speak my truth, and it's called bird food. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's food for the birds. All right, don't take it personal. Matter of fact, just listen. All right. And I'm gonna keep this here $1.50. It's dedicated to the chicks who ain't with me, or all the chicks who done hit me with the size game and left a nigga when it wasn't looking right, man. That's how I feel. So yeah, open your ears up. Cause any other time we get to talking, you don't hear nothing. Like, you get into that selective listening, selective hearing. Either way, you'll be missing it. Like, how you screaming you want a real nigga, but tolerate niggas who up and consolidate or sneak you on private dates and then don't even split the bill with you?
Like, that's how you feel, nigga.
Oh, I'ma talk to him. That's that bullshit me and my niggas sick of hearing. They don't bring shit to the table but other niggas' children. And how you let a bum splash in you? Cause he was dripping sauce and checked your little attitude? Your priorities is all across the map, shorty. And if you twerking on the gram, then you whack, shorty. You going live every day because you like the attention. And you know Instagram the only place you gonna get it. And these thirsty niggas gassing up a bad image. You get 30 for your selfie, 90 if your ass in it. You down for whatever. Always posting about fucking and wonder why he bother you when he know he got a woman. You sticking around cause the history looks sweet together. But forgetting that history just repeat itself. That's all factual. I don't even feel bad for you. Ain't no sympathy. Especially when you could have been with me. Bad bitches bullshitting on a good nigga. Cause our process is slower than the hood niggas. And if you on it, then I really want to hear you say it. Cause you know my love language is words of affirmation. And if this verse piss you off, then you probably a bird. Not only do you fit the shoes, this shit match with your purse. Don't take it personal if you know how to treat a nigga. It's just my perspective based off my reality, nigga. That's my Valentine's Day poem, man. This episode 5 of season 3 of the Real Steeze Web Show. I appreciate the love and continuous support. Man, we've been doing this for like a year. Facebook be showing me my flashbacks and memories from years ago, and I be out there still doing the web show. I'm like, damn, we've been at it for years and change now. You know what I mean? We 25 episodes in. We pushing 30. And I'm gonna catch y'all next time on the Real Steeze Web Show. And
we'll do it like this just one time. I got a lot of good men on the front line. And everybody eat when it's lunchtime, cause we all work out when it's crunch time. You niggas only round here sometimes. I could bet 100,000 you won't touch mine. And you could come through and kick it when you want to, but you better not cross that gun line. My young nigga popped off in the lunch line. Now you only get an hour worth of sunshine. It's fucked up when you out here with no options and everybody else judging from the outside. There's no feast, but I'm preaching from the south side. Well, you can fuck around here and get your mouth wide. My man Doe brought a whole lot of endo, but we be smoking that shit outside. I done told niggas about that bullshit, and they still need to get up off her. Cause my man ran down with a little bit, but he done came off it like all up. I go blind anytime niggas go wild, cause you can't say shit if you ain't saw nothing. And these niggas ain't thorough, man, they all front. And I get shit done like Paul Bunyan. I had to spend less time hanging around the way and focus on what the universe was trying to say. If you ain't figured it out, start finding a way and stay the fuck out the way before you wind up in cages. And ain't got the money to support them cases. Want some different shit, need to get your shit together, boy, you out here missing it. Get the Benjamin. Niggas on some different shit. Too late for opinions. You was raised on some different shit. Yeah, get the Benjamin. Niggas on the mission. Hey, you out here missing it. How you out here missing it? Yeah, get the Benjamin. Niggas on some different shit. Too late for opinions. You was raised on some different shit. Get the business here. Niggas on the mission. Hey, you out here missing it. How you out here missing it? Like I ain't really too sure what you want, but I ain't the one you wanna pull a move on. Like just cause a nigga got a suit on, don't mean I won't put them boots on. And a lot of niggas probably think you bluffing. Like young Tae Mugga won't do nothing, but I don't go nowhere without two of them. And a couple young niggas that'll shoot some. I'm up early in the morning with the snooze button, but you could get it on the low like a coupon. There's no feast where a nigga got the juice from. Now I'm dripping all over for a DuPont. And I'm nice with the hands, nigga, too sharp. Cause I'm really from the city, fuck you thought. They got condos out if you ballin', but they tryna put a nigga in a U-Haul. I got straight to the bag while you stallin'. How you leave me on red, now you callin'? And I curved her shit on some Virgo shit, but they ain't even really something that I do often. And niggas really think that they on something. On the gram just to show us that he bought something. And he don't even know he need to boss up, cause he looking up the niggas and they washed up. If shit go down, niggas get stocked up. I done fucked around and ran my stocks up. And we gon' spend it all at the pop-up. Cause anytime a young nigga pop up, niggas' faces really switching to some different shit. But I done got my shit together. Niggas out here missing it. Get the Benjamin. Niggas on some different shit. Too late for opinions. You was raised on some different shit. Yeah, get the Benjamin. Niggas on the mission. Hey, you out here missing it. How you out here missing it? Yeah, get the Benjamin. Niggas on some different shit. Too late for opinions. You was raised on some different shit. Get the business here. Niggas on the mission. Hey, you out here missing it. How you out here missing it?